Ultimately, we've got to turn the page and move on to the next week. Got a big week coming up with Wilmington on Tuesday, and then Texas State coming in here.
Coach, you still take the series with those first two wins in the first two games. What were some of those positive takeaways you saw in those first two?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of positive things. I mean, there's a lot of good things that we did this week. Again, I think we're playing really high level defense. Norman, I thought, was really good yesterday, and ultimately today, I think it started with when you don't get a great start, it just stretches everybody, and we could keep talking about how thin we are on the mound, which obviously we are. When you don't get a good start, guys got to get more outs than ultimately they should be getting at this point, and that's really what happened. I mean, it is frustrating. We're up 5-2 in the sixth with a chance to sweep. We're up 5-4 in the seventh with a chance to sweep, and just can't do it. Just couldn't make enough pitches to get off the field.
You got 3 home runs in this game. One of those from Colby Thorndike. Just how big of a swing was that for him as far as his confidence and kind of what he's been through this year?
No, it was big. I mean, you get 3 home runs, two-run homers, and obviously a solo homer. The solo homer got us the big inning. You get 3 home runs in a game, you typically feel pretty good about winning those games, but you got to give their guy credit. I mean, the side armor that came out of the bullpen, that stuff was pretty good today, very good today. And typically he gives up a lot of frees. He did give up some frees, but his stuff was so good, just didn't give up any hits. So you can give up some frees when you don't give up hits. And today, we just weren't able to square him up. Couldn't figure him out. The stuff was, like I said, analytically really good, up to 90 miles an hour with a ton of sink and run from a really unique slot. Again, you got to give that guy credit.
Taylor today goes out there, and obviously the last couple of weeks, especially with Weiner going into the lineup, you guys have been moving things around. But just to see him be able to do that today, especially giving you guys options as you go down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean that was a big swing. We get a 2-run homer after they don't play the ball properly with Weiner's swing, and then he gets a 2-run homer to get us on the board on a Sunday up 2-0. And then he got hit by a pitch his next at bat to lead off the fourth. Again, I think the sixth was a big swing inning. Richardson goes 2-0 to the leadoff guy, gets a 2-0 base hit, goes 2-0 to the next guy, then he gets back into the count. The kid gets a 3-2 base hit. They don't bunt. They line out to right. And it's second and third, and we get the infield pop-up, chance to get off the field. And I don't necessarily think it was a poor pitch. I mean, it was a chopper up the middle, right? 2-out chopper up the middle to score 2 runs. So it's 9-4. And then E-Step draws a leadoff walk in the bottom of the sixth. We sack him over. Tybo gets hit by a pitch. So we got first and second with 1 out. Flip the lineup. We got Dean up. Dean's in a 3-1 count. And again, you got to tip your hat. This stuff was pretty good. I mean, Dean swings and misses at a 3-1 fastball, swings and misses at a 3-2 fastball, and then Blake strikes out 2. And it's good stuff. I mean, sometimes you gotta give credit where it's where credit's due, and that kid was really good today.
Coach, for Weiner to have just 1 strikeout in that first at bat in his first 20, he's only struck out that 1 time. Just how advanced is his plate discipline as a freshman?
It is. It's been very good to see where he's a guy. I think he's showing some early maturity in the box. He drew a big walk here today, showing some maturity in the box. I think eventually he might have to slide up even a little bit more in the lineup. Don't want to put too much on him yet. Obviously he doesn't have that many at bats underneath his belt, but he is showing some advanced maturity, which, again, could be a big shot in the arm for this club.
Last questions, guys?
All right, last one, Coach, sorry, real quick. Despite the loss of bottom of the order, a lot of production out of them
Yeah.
today. What did you like that you saw from guys like Bryce and other guys at the bottom of the order?
And you're right. You know, our top three guys all weekend have been phenomenal. On Monday or on Friday, 14 for 18 quality at bats. Yesterday, they're 9 for 12 quality at bats. You know, our top three guys today, they're 3 for 15. You know, but the bottom of the order did an unbelievable job, like you said. I mean, you know, Taylor was on base 2 times. Estep had 3 quality at bats. Thorndike had 2 quality at bats. Barango had 2 quality at bats. You know, so again, you know, those guys did a great job today. Just didn't get enough out of the top.